One of my friends, he just uploaded a video recently, and I called him. I was like, "What is this?" Because he's a very, very smart guy. And in the thumbnail, he's he's getting chased by cops, but the cops were wearing yellow vests, so they didn't look like cops. So I was like, "Oh, why are the cops in your thumbnail wearing yellow vests?" It's like that makes it so much more boring.
Yeah.
And he was like carrying a flag, but the pole and the color of the flag were the same color, so it's like it's a lot harder to see the flag. I was like, also, you're wearing like a shirt with like 5 different colors, like so it's like it's hard to tell what your outline is. And then in the background there were cars, and I was like, well, if you have cops chasing you, why not make the cars cop cars? And and it's like, because in my head I'm like, dang, if you just did those like 4 or 5 things, the video probably would have got like 7x the views.
If you're like me when I started YouTube, you probably had an idea in your head, got your camera, filmed it, edited it, uploaded it to YouTube, and then you realized, oh yeah, I guess I need a title and a thumbnail. So you scrape something together pretty fast and slap it on YouTube, because after all, you made a great video, so the title and thumbnail, they're not actually as important as the actual video, right?
Failure.
That's a self-centered way of creating YouTube content. You're thinking like you, not like your audience. Look, your viewers don't see the great video behind the click. All they see is a title and thumbnail. That's all they have to go off of. If they are intrigued, no one will click and your video will get like 12 views, all from you smashing the refresh button. Whereas most of us creators will create our title and thumbnail the very last part, the best creators in the world do it very first. Look, Mrbeast and Mrbeast start with a title and thumbnail. They know that if they can make a killer TNT they know their audience will want to click on, that guides their filming, editing, everything. Start with the title and thumbnail instead of doing it last.
I notice with a lot of these big YouTubers and a lot of the thumbnail designs, they're typically in the middle of doing something and there's an action happening.
Action makes you intrigued. You know, it looks like a frame from the video where he's actually climbing this ice mountain, and this makes you very intrigued and makes you think this is what you are actually going to see in the video.
One thing I really love about this thumbnail is it's very simple.
Yeah, I think simplifying is a big thing. Obviously, you don't want too many colors, but I also don't think there's any rule of less colors is better. Mrbeast, for example, in his circle videos, there's probably 6-7 different colors in that thumbnail, but it still works very well.
It's a great thumbnail. We're gonna go to the next one, which is thumbnail that you designed for Eric here, and it's called I ordered 10,000 Amazon packages. If I just look at that title, I would be like, how am I gonna design a thumbnail for this? But you landed on this one. There's still a lot going on, but somehow the eyes are just led straight to Eric. What's going on in this thumbnail that the eyes are kind of drawn to where you want them to go?
Yeah, so this thumbnail, you could break it down into 3 main elements. We have the background with the house and the trees and the sky, and the trees really give scale to the mountain of packages. The lines of the pathway lead directly towards Eric. And I also think that all the packages are kind of noisy, and then the middle of it is just clear, and there's no distraction from all the packages around.
I want to look at a list of all these old thumbnails. You made new ones, and there's some major differences.
Recreating your thumbnails is a newer trend that people are just now starting to pick up on, and they can really make your videos pop off again, especially if you think the video is good. What I planned to do with these was just to make everything look a lot more intense, because he is eating super spicy food. These thumbnails are a very good example of contrast and why it matters so much. For most of these, I had a darker background on very bright, oversaturated food. It makes everything in the foreground stand out a lot more. You want to see these people go through this pain and see their reaction to all these crazy foods that they're eating.
You would think with someone eating spicy food that the thumbnail would show them like drooling at the mouth, but something I've kind of learned, sometimes it's better to not show that reaction first, because the viewer actually wants to click and see the reaction.
If you get someone to click on the video and you don't already spoil the reaction, it makes the people stay for the entire video until he has his reaction.